All right, let's going on, people. It's Geese Meets the Streets. I'm Buddha.
I'm Shine.
Be digital.
Let's get it started with our first topic, and it is esport a sport?
Who would like to get this started? It's a heavy one.
I know this really is a heavy one, honestly. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
I can start it off. Me personally, I'll say it's a sport just because it's competitive. It might not be a physical sport, but it definitely is competitive. It's definitely a mental sport, you know.
Are there sports that aren't competitive?
Exactly, like chess.
Right.
So.
Y'all may hit some nerves on that one.
I know, right?
Because in the barbershop, chess is a real big game. It's huge. I mean, shit, growing up in the hood, bro, you go to the barbershop, that's the one thing you're going to see right there in the back is that they got the old brother in the back playing chess. And it teaches heavy strategy. And
I don't know what that was. I just did.
Yeah, that noise.
It was
But one thing I do want to say is that, of course, it can be looked as an actual sport. Right. It can be looked as a competitive thing. It builds character. It builds drive. What else makes you a better person than defeating your opponent?
And I think right now it's more of the sport than ever because now people are getting paid for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like I think that it's a career now. Like that was one thing that was lacking. Like you can be a career chess player. You can go on tournaments around the world and get paid for it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So gaming didn't necessarily have that. They had the garage, bring your friends, let's bet type of feel to it. But now gaming is esports. It's an esport now.
Professional.
It's professional. Yeah. There's teams.
All we're missing is the actual like an ESPN version of gaming.
You should bring back G4 TV. Bring it back.
Please.
Yeah, IGN can't do it by themselves.
No, they can't. Bring back G4 TV. Olivia Munn. That's another topic.
But she's doing her acting thing, though.
That's true.
She's doing her acting thing.
Right.
But one thing I also wanted to say was, when it comes to this whole thing being esports, one thing I truly like is that, I completely forgot where I had a great point. I did, so one of y'all can.
So I'm gonna go in here. I'm hesitant though. I am hesitant to call it a sport because the minute you call something a sport, I notice that, and it's kind of like this is how I feel. Of course, I think it kind of takes out the passion of it. It makes it not a hobby. You know what I mean? Like, I always looked at gaming as a hobby. Now, once...
I see what you mean by that. It kind of turns into a business realm kind of aspect.
Right.
People take it... the emotion kind of leaves behind you.
Right.
What you're saying helped me remember exactly what I was going to say. So, because it's a hobby, and it's something that everyone enjoys doing. I mean, if you ask anybody, do you like gaming? Yeah. You like gaming? Yeah. You like gaming. Now, of course, everybody's going to say,
you're here because you're
Exactly. So now that we're coming to the point where you can make money off of something that you actually enjoy doing, I feel that this is also putting the world into a less stressful place. Because now we're getting paid to do stuff that we actually like to do. Instead of, I got to go to work and work for somebody else.
That's a great point. I'm starting to see, just besides gaming, I'm starting to see that in all aspects and realms. Like, there's just the jobs being created are stuff people enjoy doing. It's going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're seeing people wail for fun now.
The jobs being created behind passion.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think in that right. I think really the only thing that gaming misses is the physical characteristics. Like, you shouldn't be sweating playing Grand Theft Auto. If you are, you need to get that check.
It happens.
I mean, okay, it kind of happens, but you're missing the physical, characteristics. So, but how many sports are missing the physical characteristics? So I know there's a lot of critics out there that say you're not running, you're not jumping, you're not really doing anything, so it's not a sport. But there are so many sports for Olympians, for leagues that don't require any physical movement. So I don't think that's enough to say that it's not a sport. So when you hit like all the pins, business. You get paid to do it. It's competitive. There's leagues. There's tournaments. All of that. It sounds like a sport to me. You know what I mean? So there's not really a lot.
Technically, there's refs in a way.
Yeah, there's refs in a way. So it's like, I don't think that there's enough to say it's not a sport. I guess.
Plenty of rules and regulation like it is.
Do we want to see it actually enter the sports realm?
I do.
I feel this takes as much of a thought process as it does doing any other sport. You have to figure out what your opponent's going to do, figure out a strategy on how you're going to win, how you're going to defend yourself. So I don't see how people can say that this can't be considered a sport if you're doing very similar thinking to what you would be doing on a basketball court or
yes,
a football field,
very similar,
or in a chess match. So you really can't win this argument.
No, you can't.
Yeah,
in my opinion.
Yeah, you really can't.
You got to really look at the preparation behind these games.
No, seriously.
And it's like they take hours and like they go buy houses to live with each other so they can practice 24/7. They eat and live and sleep together and practice and game with each other. It's like a lifestyle change.
I want to see somebody pick up to not play Call of Duty for a year, pick the game and pick the controller up right after that, and let's see how you do. There's a lot of and it's backing up what you're saying. There's a lot of preparation that goes into it. You practice, okay? Practice. But I mean, only time will tell to see how many leagues and how serious gaming is in the sports realm. Like I said, G4 come back. We need an ESPN. So I mean, yeah. I mean, like and comment. You know, tell us what you think. Is it a sport? Is it not a sport? Do you want to see it become a sport? Do you want to see G4 come back? I'm not letting that go. I'm not letting that go.
Yeah, last time I remember G4,
like 2004.
weren't they showing like a bunch of? They were showing like reruns of Animatrix.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the last thing I remember of G4. Other than that, please come back and get back to what you used to do.
We need you.
Straight up.
Straight up. Okay.